back to Saltiness Isn't Bliss. Tonight I am featuring beef kebabs, and not only is this the first time this recipe will be on my channel, this is the first time I will be making this recipe, so we are going to learn together. So let's get started. I've got just over a pound of beef kebab sirloin, black Angus sirloin beef that is already cut. So the fact that it's pre-cut makes it nice and easy. I am just going to dump it in a bowl here, and then we will get to the seasoning part of that. Over here I have already cut up a little medley of veggies. I have some potatoes, red potatoes, some large chunks of broccoli, and asparagus. And I'm going to season those, so I'm going to kind of do a variety of seasonings. I'll do one seasoning for the meat and then a different seasoning for the veggies, and then put everything together on my metal skewer that I have waiting for me behind me there. Alright, so we want to preheat our oven to 400 degrees, and now we can get seasoning. So for the meat itself, I am going to drizzle it, or I have a silicone brush here, not quite sure my technique yet, but I'm going to put some balsamic vinegar on there, and then I've just got a great steak and chop salt-free seasoning here. That's what it looks like, so I'm going to put that on there as well. So I think I'm going to start by drizzling that on there, and that kind of coats itself pretty well right as I drizzle it, so I don't think I'll need to brush it on there at all. So I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm just going to kind of sprinkle the seasoning on top with my fingers. And now I will flip all the meat over so I can season the other side and make sure that that balsamic gets on both sides as well. Okay, so we've just put the balsamic vinegar and seasoning on one side, and now I'm just going to season my other side. This will all be to taste, so you can choose how heavy or light you want your seasoning, and if you want to add any additional seasoning on there. But I'm pretty happy with that right there, so I'm going to leave that. So on to our veggie medley, which of course you can put together whatever veggies you have in the house and love. And I'm going to start with my olive oil. Just going to drizzle that a couple of times across all of that. Next up is my cracked pepper. Any pepper will work, even lemon pepper if you prefer to have a little added flavor in there. I'm going to put a little extra on there just because I've got so many large veggies in there and they're all kind of hiding underneath. And last, I'm going to top it with some dried parsley flakes. Fresh herbs would go great with this as well. Having that oil on there first kind of helps the pepper and the parsley to stick. Kind of helps get it stuck onto the veggies. And then I'm just going to use a spoon, stir it around, and make sure that everything got pretty coated. If not, I can always add another layer of oil and spices. But it looks like I've got enough in the very bottom of the bowl there, if you can see that. Looks like I've got enough down in there that if I just give it a good stir, it will help to evenly coat everything. All right, so here comes the fun part. We are going to stack our skewer. So I'm going to start with a veggie. Start with some broccoli here. Now I am going to end up laying these like this to cook, so I want to kind of see where I'm at with that first piece to know how high up I can go. I think I can, yeah, right about there is good. Next I'll put a piece of meat on there. Now you can of course use wood skewers if that's all you have, or you prefer to use those. The nice thing about the metal ones is you can clean them and reuse them. So next I've got a potato on there, another hunk of meat, and last I'm going to put some asparagus. Oops, easier said than done. There's one piece, two piece, and we'll do one more. And now I'm going to measure again and see where I'm at and how much room. So I still have room for a little bit more. So let's put another piece of meat. Yep, we lost some asparagus. That's all right. Put our piece of asparagus that jumped off the skewer. And then maybe another small potato. That should be good, yeah. Oh, that did not want to go on there, and my asparagus broke, but that's all right, all part of the fun. So that looks pretty good. I'm gonna now kind of spread things out just a little bit, just to give it a little space to cook and make sure that that meat can cook on both sides and doesn't have something pressed into it too hard that the heat can't get in there. So there we are. We got one ready. I did line my pan with foil just to help with the dripping, to keep my pan as clean as possible. So you're just going to repeat those steps until you run out of your meat and whatever you're putting on there in addition to the meat. So as soon as I'm done, I'll be right back. All right, guys, there's the final look of the kebabs when they are all prepped and ready to go in the oven, and I think they turned out great. They look good, they look tasty. I can't wait to see how they look when they come out of the oven. And I had some veggies left over, so I'm just gonna pop this right in the oven with them. So again, preheated 400-degree oven. I'm gonna shoot for 20 to 30 minutes. I'll probably go somewhere right in the middle at 25. Of course, that will depend upon how well done or how non-well done you like your beef, and how large your veggies are to give them time to cook as well. So I will see you soon. Welcome back. Our dinner is all done out of the oven. Took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but you know what? Some of the best and tastiest dinners do, and they are so worth the wait. So here is my bowl of my extra vegetables that I just popped right in the oven. These are my tasty kebabs that I will take off the skewer in just a moment. And then on the side, just out of a pouch, I did some cheddar broccoli rice. Thought that would kind of be a nice base underneath the deliciousness that comes off the skewer. So I know what you're thinking. This plate looks a little small, but this plate is so pretty and cute and it's new, so I'm gonna feature the plate anyway. I think I can make it work. I think I can make a lot more fit on this plate than it looks like. So let's start with a layer of rice. So that looks pretty good right there. And then grab a skewer here and just pop everything off of it right onto that rice. One last piece. There we go. There it is, guys. Beef kebabs with a cheddar broccoli layer on the bottom. Thanks for watching. See you next time.